Is the podcast live, Brian?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, here we go then. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, everybody, wherever you are. It is what is it? Something. Friday, June 11th, 2011.
Good old Friday.
The gang's all back here together.
Here.
We're gonna be doing a grab bag tonight. We're gonna talk about a lot of different stuff. We're gonna lead off probably talking a little bit about the new Battlefield game that's coming out, kind of our impressions based on the trailers, based on how we're feeling, based on some of the videos that we've watched individually. Maybe we'll break down that a little bit, and then we'll kind of segue into some other stuff. We've got some other interesting topics, but I don't want to ruin anything real quickly. So, let's start with that. Let's start with Battlefield, guys. First impressions, Brian.
Do we
know
want
how
to
he
watch
feels.
the trailer together?
Let's everybody
Nah,
everybody
I've
who's gonna
watched it
be
enough.
everybody who's gonna be here, who's gonna be listening to this, has already seen it. If they want to follow along and
Okay.
watch the trailer, that's fine. But I mean,
So-
we're talking about let's talk about the game and about your impressions and what you think.
Battlefield, I am skeptical AF. The trailer, visually impressive, showed me zero gameplay. I think zero gameplay. If that's what the gameplay looks like, they've stepped up immensely on their graphics. But I doubt that's
Obviously,
what
you
the
haven't-
gameplay.
Obviously,
What?
you haven't watched the trailer then, because at the end of the trailer it says gameplay coming June 13th.
Oh, so that
this
wasn't a
Sunday.
gameplay
Yeah,
trailer.
no.
Got it.
No. That was the
So-
reveal trailer.
Okay. I'm skeptical.
Why?
First of all, they're almost doubling the amount of people in the lobbies,
Okay.
which is worrisome for me.
Why?
Me and you played good amount of what I would say is a decent amount of Battlefield together.
Absolutely.
Almost 1 out of every 3 games we encounter a cheater. Would you say
Yeah.
someone who is headshotting and
Absolutely.
darting around and doing crazy fucking shit? 92 and 3 I've seen.
Yeah.
But that's worrisome for me. So if you put more players together, the higher the chances are hacker and fucking lobby, which sucks.
Absolutely.
So that blows. But maybe there's enough people that both teams get a fucking hacker and everybody wins. I don't fucking know, but I'm skeptical. I like some of the new stuff that I've been hearing about it. I'm disappointed that there's not going to be a campaign. I'm disappointed that they are shutting out BR completely, which is what I've seen and what I've read and what I've heard, saying no battle royale whatsoever.
Yep.
But they're
Thank
sticking
God.
true to their Battlefield roots, is what
Exactly.
I hear about it. I've played Battlefield 1, Battlefield 5, Battlefield 4. I enjoy the game for what they are. I grew up on first-person shooters, a big Halo fan. I was a big PUBG fan. I have like 500 hours in PUBG on PC. I really like the whole Battle Royale thing. When I bought my Xbox 360, I bought a fucking Black Ops 2, and I played that for like 24 hours straight or something like that. It was crazy. So I'm a fan of the whole like multiplayer deathmatch team. Battlefield seems like there's gonna be a lot. I kept hearing the phrase that they were like some sort of phrase that they said it was like stepping up to the next level. And I'm like curious to see exactly what they mean by that. The trailer was cinematic as fuck. The part where the dude
Their
launches
initial
out.
trailers always are. Their initial
Right.
trailers are always cinematic.
The part where the guy launches out of the fucking airplane and rockets that shit and grabs back onto it was epic. It
Trick
was
shot.
cool.
Yeah, the trick shot.
Yeah, I heard that was like a thing. That was like an
Yeah.
actual thing that. But yeah, I'm
That's
skeptical
just that,
though.
but that's just that. I don't know if that's tricky. I mean, I guess it is technically a trick shot, but I mean that's that
Hopeful.
only in Battlefield. You know,
Right.
one in 360 matches where you get out of your plane, then you get back in your plane after blowing somebody up. So I mean, we've all seen that shit. That shit used to happen in Battlefield 4, Battlefield 3 all the time.
Yep.
And here's my opinion on that. Like that particular instance, just in general, just not in general, but in specific,
Right.
that one cinematic that they showed, I feel like they were really playing on our heartstrings as Battlefield. They were playing on the heartstrings of Battlefield fans because we've all either been in that situation, seen somebody do that, or thought it was really cool. You know, hashtag only in Battlefield, and that's a a thing that's been missing in Battlefield games since. I mean, there was an element of that in Battlefield 1 in the World War I game, but we haven't seen that hashtag only in Battlefield Levolution. Wow, this is so crazy since Battlefield Battlefield 4.
Yeah, so the Levolution in this one is supposed to be off the charts, bro.
So here's an interesting thing. Like we talked about this because we didn't necessarily, but like one thing we talked about in the past, but like if you look at the trailer and what they're talking about, yeah, they're talking about the Levolution is gonna be crazy. We have some Levolution that we've had in Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 5 where, if you're in a house or whatever and they blow it up, it falls on, it can hurt you. And that was supposed to be groundbreaking, but to me that's kind of pedestrian.
No, I feel like what was groundbreaking for Battlefield was Battlefield 4.
Well, yeah, that's what I was trying to get to, Justin, is that
okay.
like I said, I think it's like the Levolution that we see now in Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 5 or whatever. It's kind of pedestrian when you put it next to the Levolution in some of that city map where the fucking whole goddamn skyscraper
the whole
falls down.
tower, yeah, the whole tower,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then so they have the one map where the whole skyscraper falls down, and there's the other map where that whole like wind thing or whatever, the big tall boy, that big tall tubby boy, he falls down too. And then you got the other map where and then the one map where you got to like jump down into the dam and shit, and then you go down into the subway. I don't think it's a subway. You know what I'm talking. You know what map I'm talking about.
Exactly
you
what
jump off
I'm
that
talking
map.
We all do.
Yeah.
We all do. So one of the things I want to kind of talk about with the Battlefield stuff is I have a lot of the same concerns that Brian does. My biggest concern has always been, me, that I'm a first generation console player. I had Sega. I've been playing console. I still have my PS4. I'm going to be getting a PS5 eventually at some point.
Yeah.
But that's one of the reasons why I don't play a lot of Warzone on PS5 is because it's cross plat and you have to deal with cheaters. I can play pretty much any multiplayer game that I want right now on the PS4, and it will be this way probably for the next year and a half, maybe, until hackers really start modding consoles and where the support's not there, where they start to slip through.
Well, I mean, they have hackers on console, but it's not like wall hacks and aim assist. It's like striker packs and things like that.
Yeah, and so here's the thing with that. Like if there's things that there's things that you can get, either external shit like the Zim controller and shit like that, where it reduces your recoil and shit or whatever. But I mean, the reality is when you look at comp games, even Call of Duty, I mean, like you're not like the guys. Nobody's using a Zim in Call of Duty World League in the champs. Crim6 is not using a Zim. Scump's not using a Zim. Abizi, Simp. None of those guys are using Zim. They're not cheating, and they're getting ready to go to LAN. LAN's coming. I don't know if this is something we might want to talk about too. Is competitive esports is going back to LAN now. So a lot of these, and I don't know if you guys follow a lot of esports. I follow some. I don't follow a million esports, but I do follow a lot of. I'm super avid on Call of Duty because I'm a Call of Duty player, and I like the scene of Call of Duty for the most part. Not a big fan of their production values and shit like that recently, and there's a lot of yikester stuff. The stuff that I wanted to talk about, as a matter of fact, that might be a good segue. But with the competitive console scene, there's a lot of shit you don't see. You don't see like what Lester was like what Brian was talking about with 2 or 3 hackers per game. It's not like PUBG, on PC. You can play PUBG on console and not have to worry about getting hacked. Somebody might have some good recoil control, but at the end of the day,
several patches behind on console than they are on PC.
True, but at the end of the day, if you've got the difference between PC, in one of my humble opinions, is that if you've got that good gunny, on PC, I mean, on console, there's a lot more of an equal playing field than on PC with even Tarkov and all these games. Especially a game like Tarkov, unless you're really good at Tarkov, you might get smoked by a cheater off a heady, and you don't even realize he's cheating.
Yeah.
A lot of times, like Valorant, like there's a lot of games on PC that if you're not really good at, like you might get killed by some dude, and then whatever, and then you see like Shroud get killed by him. He's like, wait. Hold on a second, that was Sus or Josh OG or Tim the Tapman or whoever it is or Zuma. They're like, wait, that was super sus. And then they go back and they play it and they break it down for you why it shouldn't have happened. Me as a pedestrian gamer, I don't understand, but a lot of these people do. So we're kind of getting off topic here, but let's get back into it with Battlefield. So, like I said, with the Only in Battlefield moments, I really, really feel in my heart of hearts like that was more of a marketing ploy than anything else for them to show something that we can all relate to from Battlefield. Oh gosh, this was. Oh well, you've seen him do this. You've seen him do that.
Yeah.
Moving on from that, like I said, the idea that they're gonna have, what is it, 164 players, or how many players, Brian? Or
128.
Yeah,
128 players?
128.
Yeah. So I saw
Almost
basically,
double.
No. Let me clarify. 128 for next gen console and PC.
So P-
PlayStation 4 and Xbox One will
One,
only
you're gonna
have 60.
64. So
Yeah,
apparently,
64.
so the maps will be a
I'm
little bit
not
smaller.
impressed.
So the maps
That
will be a
doesn't
little bit
impress
smaller for console.
What doesn't impress you?
Old gen console players. Go
The
ahead.
amount that they're staking their claim to this being epic and big.
Uh-huh.
I don't think bogging down your servers with almost double the amount of people is gonna solve
So
any
you're
issues.
you keep using that. You said that in our group text, bogging down the servers, dude. It's 2021. We run
right, we'll see.
Warzone. We run Warzone with 100 players on the server, and there's hardly any issues as far as graphically and the servers crashing. People literally have to force
you
the server
have
to crash.
what do you have in your you have a top notch computer. Not everyone's gonna be able to afford what you have in your rig.
I know that,
So
but that's not the
people
point.
who's got mid tier,
if you spend
cannot-
$500,
If you've got mid-tier shit, you still got okay frames and shit. Like
Absolutely.
and your internet's good. It's not gonna make a difference. You're still.
But you don't have
still
to.
gunning.
You don't have to play on PC. You can go and spend $500 and get a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X if you can find them right now, and you can play exactly the
Right.
same, probably better than me. Like my graphics
But
and my
then-
frames per second on Warzone, I run 90 frames, and that's with a really good computer. But I also do solo computer streams.
So they said PS5 and Xbox. What is it? The One X is the newest one.
Series X,
Series X.
yeah.
Those are the only ones out of console that are gonna have the big maps and the big players. right?
Yeah.
Of course, like that's it's because it's next gen. That's how it always is.
Which is nice
Remember-
of them. I'm
I don't know if you
skeptical. I'm
remember, like,
hopeful, but I'm skeptical.
When Black Ops 4 came out, it was PS3, PS4, right? I remember getting Black Ops 4 on my PS3 before I had my PS4, and it was damn near fucking unplayable. Okay,
Yeah,
it was
that
almost
blows.
unplayable.
Yeah.
The lag, and there was no support on PS3. They didn't give a fuck because they're like, all right, well, stop being a poor and buy a new console. And I
Yeah.
did, and it played. And once I got that, it was like
want to
night.
go and purchase
Of
it
course,
because
of
yeah,
course,
you
yeah.
wanted to be yeah.
It's
Makes
no
sense.
different than when they bring out a new iPhone and they do all that bullshit or whatever. They bring out a new Samsung, they do all that bullshit to it to make it slower, or whatever it is. They're pushing us.
Confirmed, by the way. Apple confirmed.
Yeah, so
Apple
they're
confirmed.
pushing. They're pushing us, by the way, to push forward. But at the end of the day, it's in our best interest because with the old consoles versus what's coming out now, you're not utilizing your full
You
potential.
got about 2 years until that shit's obsolete.
Yeah.
Until they're
yeah.
no longer making games for PlayStation 4
Anyways.
or Xbox One.
Anyways,
why
a
I
couple
don't
things I
like
want to talk to. I love console. Like I'll probably never not be like even though I have this PC and shit and I play games on whatever, I'm still a console main. I
Yeah,
still spend the
console's
majority of my
nice.
time playing. I still spend the majority of my time playing World of Tanks, playing Call of Duty, playing Battlefield, playing Subnautica, whatever. Just shit on my console because I like it. But anyways, back to Battlefield. One thing I wanted to mention too is that so they're not going to be having a battle royale.
Yeah.
Thank
which
God.
I'm
Thank
okay
God.
with because
Thank God.
they fucked up battle royale with Firestorm. That was trash. Like
I don't think so.
Here's my evidence. My evidence is go right now online on Battlefield 5 and try to find a public game in.
Can't.
You'll find one. You'll find one.
Conquest.
You will find
Hold
one.
on.
You'll find one now because they just made the announcement. Everyone's trying to play it.
Okay, so you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying though. You
Yeah, I
know
know.
what I'm
I get what
saying.
you're
Yeah.
saying. Yeah,
On
yeah.
like,
Firestorm?
A month ago,
Yeah.
find a Firestorm game
You wouldn't-
in
you
under
wouldn't.
10 minutes.
10
You're not doing it.
10
Yeah, you
minute
wouldn't.
queue.
No,
not happening.
absolutely not. No.
And so what that speaks to is if it was a good quality game mode, people would still be playing it. For instance, Warzone. Been
Yeah.
out through 2 Call of Duty releases. You can't sit there and tell me that it was a
Oh.
good mode because it
All right.
wasn't.
So what was the timeline, right? So PUBG came out on console first, which was like And then Fortnite became really big.
No.
And
We
then
gotta dial it back. You
Battlefield.
gotta go back. You gotta go back to H1N1.
I'm talking about on console. I'm talking about on console.
Okay.
So it was PUBG came out first, right? And then Fortnite came out, and then somewhere in that time frame, Battlefield came out with their battle royale. And then
Sure.
shortly
there
after
was,
that,
there was one before that.
what was it?
There was a
Black
bunch of them.
Ops. Black Ops came
Yeah.
out with their
Yeah.
battle royale, which was
Yeah.
I
awesome.
think they came
fucking
out the
loved
same
that one.
time. I think they came out at the same
Listen,
time.
No. Black the because you got to remember that Black Ops Black Ops 4, I think. Was it Black Ops 3 that came out with the
it was
battle
4.
shit?
No, it was 4. It was 4.
So Call of Duty releases always
was my
before,
shit,
before Battlefield. Dude, I used to fucking shit on
Yeah,
people, dude.
that
on
was
that
my-
fucking- what? Dude, spinning around with a Mad Axe, dude. Get at
Oh,
me.
man.
Get at me on that game, bro.
The
Killing
golden,
zombies,
whatever.
killing
What was the
people,
name
bro.
of the sniper in that one? When you got a
Bullshit.
golden one?
They came out
I
the
don't
exact
know.
same time.
Not the exact
Call of
same.
Duty stole it from Battlefield.
No.
Yeah, they came out the exact same time. I just looked at the release dates. Black Ops 4 came out on
Alright.
October 12th, 2018.
I would
When
give
did-
anything to
Hold
play
on. When
that.
did the Battle Royale come out, though? Because
And
remember,
November
Firestorm didn't come. No, hold on. Firestorm didn't come out till like 2 or 3 months after battle. No, like 3 or 4 months after
I don't
Battlefield
remember it that
dropped.
way.
I do. I remember Firestorm didn't drop when the game released.
It came out March 14th.
Exactly.
It came out March 14th. Hold on.
And the game came
then-
March 14th. The game came out the year before.
Yeah, it was just beat. It was literally beat from
They just
Black Ops.
They just
they were
didn't have
beat.
it. Yeah,
They didn't have it. They didn't have
They
it.
didn't have it done. And
No.
it's
It was
almost-
announced on June 11th and it came out March 25th.
Yeah. So anyway, so like I said, I don't really mind Battlefield not doing a battle royale because I don't think they did it. I don't think they did it right in the first place. And also another thing is I don't think that Battlefield is a game that's really geared or meant to have that type of game.
Yeah,
So
it's
they
true.
I'm actually
confirmed. They
surprised.
haven't confirmed that they're not going to do one. They're not having one at launch, and there's no
Well,
plans
that's what they
as
did
of
last
right
time.
now.
That's what
There's
they did
no
last
plans
time.
as of right now to have one. That's not to say that they won't.
I'll be the one who say it. I'll be honest that I was shocked at how well and how balanced Call of Duty Battle Royale was when it came out with BO4. Yeah, there was some shit in it that was all fucked up, the stuns and stuff. Yeah, but like I was surprised how well they made it work. And like I said,
so good.
we played it a bunch of times. I think Justin too. We had a lot of fun. We got wins. We were shitting on people, bro. Like it was great. Like I think we might have fun on Warzone. I just don't have the patience, bro. To be honest,
Oh, it's so sweaty.
that's the thing is it's too sweaty now at this point. But like
Not be casual and play that game.
yeah. So here's the thing about, like I said, like valid concern with worrying about fucking every game being saturated with cheaters.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe somebody else can speak to the validity and the effectiveness of Battlefield's anti-cheat. I don't know how well that's been statistically or historically, I should say, how well their anti-cheat has been. We
hackers
know
are
that.
hackers. They're gonna find a way.
Yeah, but there's been some games that have shut down hackers pretty well. Apex Legends Respawn did an amazing job.
Yeah.
Of keeping of once hackers started getting the game. They I don't think Respawn has. I'm sure there's still a problem with them, but it's not nearly as bad as like Warzone hackers.
Okay, so pause real quick. Shiv FPS, who is an amazing Apex Legends player. He had a fucking hacker that was trolling him and ended up queuing into his match and was on his team. Shiv FPS cussed him out live on his stream and told him that he wished he would die and all this stuff. And Shiv FPS ended up getting 2 weeks banned because he was cussing out a hacker. And the hacker never got banned. That's fucked.
So
That's
that might be
fucked.
that's one of those things. Like I don't like those examples because you can't use those as a macro for how they handle everything.
He's a very known hacker. All major streamers know him. All major streamers. I'll send you a link to a little breakdown of the whole thing. It's like a little 4-minute thing. It was on Esports Talk. I'm sure you've probably seen it.
Somebody recently, I was watching this on Esports. I think it was a Valorant guy, or it might have been an Overwatch dude. Said some like spicy things about somebody who was stream sniping them, and they got like dropped from their team. I think I don't remember, but it was some recent shit. And it's like
Bunch of sensitive fucking pussies, bro.
listen, man, this is the world we live in now. Like this has been manufactured for us. Like this is where we live, and people love
Yeah,
it.
we created this. We allowed these fucking
Brian loves
soft ass
it.
pussies to come in and allow our shit to be censored, bro. Them kids, if they were born in our era, Pat, they wouldn't have survived.
No. Brian loves it
wouldn't have
though.
fucking survived.
Brian loves
you-
having trannies on Nickelodeon teaching his kids how to masturbate.
I have no idea what you're talking about. First of all,
He's about that life.
this guy Shiv, I don't know who he is. Sorry. If he probably would have went about his intentions differently, he probably would have had
I'm
proper
gonna be
recourse.
honest. I'm gonna be honest. Fuck all that shit, bro. Here's my thoughts on hacking in general. I feel like that hacking should be illegal. And when I say that, I don't mean like obviously you can't go to jail for that. I mean you can. Like, bitch, if you hack into the motherfucking NORAD, you're going to prison. I mean, I know it's not the same thing, but like I feel like here's what I would do, and I've talked about this before. Like, not. I think I've talked about it. I think I've talked about it to Justin, but not on the podcast.
Oh man,
Here's what the fuck I would do. Okay.
crack me up, dude.
I would have a thing where you have an ISP, right? You have an internet service provider.
Yep.
If you get caught hacking,
Brick it.
there should be it should be within your terms of service, your TOS with your internet, with your ISP that you should sign when you sign up, whether it's Comcast or Cox Cable or whoever it is, fucking Windstream, that if you're caught hacking, your internet service provider bans you from using the internet. Like, you can't use the internet for anything. So what I mean by that is, all right, so let's say it's XYZ, right? So your ISP has been hacked. We know your name. Okay? It's fucking little Timmy at the Johnson's house, right? So now dad can't do his Zoom meetings because they cut off his fucking internet because his son's a piece of shit hacker, right?
Yep.
Let me tell you something. If that was the way hacking worked and that was the way they treated hacking in general, because it should be illegal because you're fucking with the integrity of a game, you're fucking with people's source code and all that shit, should be illegal. Let me tell you something. There would be a lot less hackers. Little fucking pricks. Because you know what? If their parents knew that, because if you found out, oh, this could fuck, if I get caught, and I'm not saying that this is going to stop all the hackers, but I'm saying people would think more deeply if they said, well, if I get caught, bitch, I can't even watch porn no more. They're not. I'm going to tell you something. 60, 70%, I can't give you a real good percentage, but there's going to be a large percentage of people who weigh that against the value of the little dopamine hit they get from fucking blowing somebody off a heady with their aim hacks.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, it would have, because at this point in time, you hack whatever, dude. It is what it is. Maybe your account gets banned, you make a new account. There's no consequences for you being a scumbag piece of shit. But there would be real world consequences for you and your family, and I think that would make people think differently.
So
here's the other thing. Hold on, let me finish because I'm still on this tangent.
All right.
Think about this. Let's take this a step further, going forward into the future, right? When we get to a point where, because I guarantee this is going to happen. Like, this is my opinion, but whatever. Look at what was that movie with Wall-E, right? Where everybody's fat and they sit in a chair.
Yeah, Wall-E.
There's
Great
a very
motion
good
picture, by the way.
Never seen it.
You've never seen Wall-E?
No.
Eva. There's
Discordo.
no, you got it.
No.
Eva. There could be an argument made for, like Bruce Willis was that movie Surrogates and stuff like that we're moving towards a future where, with the convenience model that we have, to where everything will be done from home, robots or whatever, and you're just gonna be at your house. You'll play games, you'll do all your Zoom meetings, you'll do all your work from your house.
This is a Black Mirror episode, I know it.
So what I'm saying is that I guarantee going forward in the future, your hacker laws, your malicious entry laws that pertain to cyberspace are going to bleed into gaming, because gaming is going to bleed into everyday life.
It already has. It already has.
That's what I'm saying. As we move forward into a future where everything is AR, augmented reality. You know what I mean? Like, bitch, if I'm in my house working on my shit on my little fucking Minority Report screen and some fucking jerk off comes in and puts a Pepe Frog thing on there, bitch, it's illegal. You're going to jail. You know, and you think about what happens nowadays. When you're a hacker and you get caught doing some fuckery, what happens? They literally tell you, no, bitch, you cannot be within, like, it's like pedophile shit. You can't be within 100 feet of an internet connection. So going forward in the future, I guarantee that, like, 20 years from now, 30 years from now, like people will look at those type of intrusive attacks
don't-
the same way people look at like home invasions.
So here's the
Until
thing,
You get
though.
25 years in the state of Florida for invading
Yeah, but
somebody's
so
home while they're there.
here's the thing, though. There's nobody that's going to push that forward
no,
unless the gaming companies come forward and say that this is what we want done.
yeah.
I guess
we-
you didn't. I guess you weren't listening to what I just said. What
I
I just
did.
said is that no, gaming is and already will bleed over into private sector reality to where the same software, the same equipment you use to do gaming, the same headset that you use for gaming, the same controls you use for gaming will be used for your job.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do, right? We're going to play out a scenario that that's the case. In real life, right now, if I punched you in the face, Patrick, I'm going to go to jail regardless of whether you're pressing charges. If you decide not to press
We're not gonna find
charges,
you.
if you decide not to press
Sprinkles.
charges, nothing is going to happen to me. It's going to be the same
Right.
thing when that happens. Somebody's going to get arrested for hacking. They're going to go
Right.
to the provider for the game and say, "Do you want to press charges?" What they're going to do is they're going to type this person's name into their computer and they're going to say, "Oh, he spent over $800 on microtransactions. Nah, we won't press charges. Let him come back so he can
Oh,
spend
yeah.
another $800 on microtransactions."
Until
Microtransactions have fucked up the gaming industry.
Here's my rebuttal to that. My rebuttal to that is very simple. It's this.
silence. That was deep.
Hold on a
Ooh,
second. I gotta
it's
go.
deep.
I'll be right back.
It's deep.
Anyway, I agree. Until like large corporations are losing a bunch of money because of hackers, whatever be the reason is, people are leaving the games. People are saying, fuck microtransactions. I'm not spending my money on this broken ass fucking game because it's riddled with hackers. Until there's like a large quantity of people leaving these games, I don't think anything's going to be done.
So I think the
although-
first thing that's going to happen before that becomes a thing is there's going to be a two-step authentication in order to make a microtransaction, because how many times has little Billy grabbed mom and dad's card and spent thousands of dollars on
Well, yeah,
fucking Fortnite
I'm-
skins?
Hold on a second.
I
hold on,
have
hold on.
two.
Let me
I have two-factor authentication on everything I have. Just
Let me-
because
let me-
it is.
let's take a step back here. A couple things we got to remember when we're talking about this. Number one is that a company does not give a fuck whose credit card it is. They want the money. So
Facts.
here's the reality.
Yep.
You've got a bigger chance that mom and daddy dispute the charge and lose.
Oh, they're going to
because-
lose. They're
because they
going
have-
to lose.
They have companies. They have companies that are designed. That, they have got lawyers that are designed to do that. They have entire policies designed to keep your shit. So when you think about, that's what I'm talking about. This is what I was talking about with the hacking thing. Is that hold on one second.
Bro, you can't keep coming back in here and stopping us
Here's-
talking just to go silent again.
Sorry, I've got some home issues going. Anyways, here's the
Yeah.
thing,
All right, man. I
right?
got some lo-fi hip-hop in the background.
Here's the reality, right? Is that these gaming companies do not give a fuck about you or me, or morality. All they care about is money. So when we get to the tipping point to where these hackers affect their wallet, their bottom line, which is not going to happen until the gaming industry itself is an amalgamation of the business industry, which will happen within the next probably 10 to 15 years. At that point in time, when, like I just said, the same equipment you use, the same equipment everybody uses to interface with their work virtually, is attacked and is harmed by the equipment people use to interface with their gaming stuff, then it'll become an issue. When it hits their pockets, when it hits the corporation's pockets, that's when hacking will stop. At this point in time, it's not a big deal. But I'm a firm believer that as we become even more integrated society than we are now, you will 1,000,000,000% see that the hacker laws change and evolve to meet the
Hope so.
the different environment as things change.
Hope so.
Because like I said, it'll have a lot. I think it'll have a lot more. It may even be more incidental to where some of the corporate laws that affect AR, augmented reality, what you can and cannot do. For instance, like let's say, as a corporation or as a company, we have these rules for how you can use augmented reality, right? Those could very well become law as to, hey, this is how you can use augmented reality. in general. You cannot pull your fucking cock out or pull out a cock that looks like a little child's cock or some crazy shit. You know what I mean? Whatever. So what that could evolve into, as weird as that sounds, is to, hey, you can't manipulate this media. So you can't bring in external programs or software to manipulate this media and make it look different or do different things than what it's supposed to do.
Well, that's what an anti-cheat is. It searches once you launch a game. It searches for executable programs.
That's what I'm saying. But when these programs and when these things mesh seamlessly with our lives, as far as when the same program we're using to do a Zoom meeting is the same fucking interface we use to drive our vehicles, it's gonna change a lot with what we can and cannot do.
So here's what I think a good solution would be, but they're obviously not going to do it, and it would just ruin the gaming community. So realistically, right now in the world, like, there's still only a small percentage of gamers. Everybody plays Warzone, and now all of a sudden they think they're a gamer. They went and bought a gaming chair, and they got a fucking little microphone.
Warzone, you're a gamer, bro.
Yeah, you're a gamer.
You're gaming,
yeah,
bro.
you're a gamer, right? They're not fucking gamers.
Hold on. Why aren't they gamers?
They're not. They played because they just started playing 1 year ago when Warzone became a thing. They're not gamers.
Why aren't they gamers?
I feel attacked.
They're just not. Yeah, but you've been gaming since you were a kid, like I have, and me and Pat.
I have.
We're gamers.
Hold on. I've been gaming too since I was a kid, but I'm not. Listen, I believe in gatekeeping. I'm huge on gatekeeping for media and for hobbies because of what they've done to a lot of our hobbies. But if somebody comes in after a year and they've got a nice rig and they're gaming and they're dropping the N-bomb and they're fucking getting headshots or whatever, and they tell me they're a gamer, why aren't they a gamer? Because they've been playing for a year.
They're not a gamer.
Why not?
Because they play Warzone.
What's wrong with Warzone?
There's nothing wrong with Warzone.
I don't even play Warzone. I don't think there's something wrong.
I play Warzone.
Hold on, but we've got people. You got people like the Running Man Z.
Never heard of him.
Okay.
Love that dude.
Never heard of him.
Preach it. All right.
That's my DayZ homie.
All he plays is DayZ.
12-hour streams.
Is he not a gamer because he plays DayZ?
I don't know who he is. Obviously, he's not that big. I don't know who he is.
He's one of the biggest DayZ streamers ever. Hold on. Ninja.
Okay, so he plays DayZ also. He plays DayZ also.
That's
what
all
else
he plays.
does he play?
That's what he plays is DayZ. He's a DayZ main.
Okay, I'm sure he plays other games. These people that are literally only playing Warzone.
What about Ninja? Is Ninja not a within the? Hold on.
Ninja doesn't play just one game. Come on now, get real. Get real. He doesn't play just one game. He's been playing games almost as long as I have.
Yeah, but Ninja is a BR main. He played fucking H1N1, then he played PUBG a little bit, and then he played Fortnite. Right? So like what I'm saying is that let me ask you a question.
He's maining Valorant right now.
And now he's maining Valorant because that's what he is.
Halo. He started with Halo.
All right, so if
from way back.
Hold on, so when Ninja was 30 days into playing Halo, was he not a gamer?
No.
When I first bought my Sega Genesis, bitch, and I up down F down left right hold A press started on that motherfucking Sonic. I'm not drunk. I've had like 3 drinks. Fuck you. Hold on. When I did that on my Sonic the Hedgehog, bitch, after playing for fucking 5 minutes, am I not a gamer?
No.
Why not?
Because you're not. Unless one game leads you to seek out other games as a gamer would do, then you become a gamer. When you start expanding, then you're a gamer. You play one fucking game. It doesn't make you a gamer, bro.
What about people who just play one game and they just main one game and they've always main one game and they have fucking 7,000 viewers on Twitch? Are they not a gamer?
That doesn't happen though. That doesn't happen.
Those
people.
I can find examples.
Okay, so when you see a big streamer, go into their chat. The chances of them seeing it is probably slim to none, and say, "Hey, what game did you start playing?" They're gonna have a long list of games that they played leading up to that game that they main.
People
pick up. Look, I am not knocking anybody that only plays Warzone. That is not what I'm saying. I was getting to a point by saying those people are not gamers. If Warzone would have come out and it would have been pay to play, none of those people would have played the fucking game. They only play it because it's free to play. And they liked it, so then they started doing the microtransactions. The point I was getting to was when games start charging you $300 for a game and you get all the cosmetics included, most of those hackers are no longer going to be around because they're not going to pay $300 to have their account fucking banned in a week.
So
that was the point I was getting at.
I don't disagree with the spirit of your statement. in of itself that actually no, everything you're saying is wrong. First off, what I would
Everybody knows pay to win games have the most hackers in it.
I agree, but the reason that pay to win games have hold on,
I meant free to play. I meant free to play.
FTP. Here's the thing. So, perfect example. There was mad hackers in Call of Duty Black Ops 4. I don't remember what the fuck they called their battle royale, bro. But their battle royale.
Blackout.
Yeah, it was black. I don't remember running into a bunch of hackers. I got to be honest.
I didn't run it. Listen, I didn't run into hackers a lot, but I played console. But if you watch streamers,
I played a lot of console.
Once again, a hacker is not just somebody that does wall hacks and aim assist. A hacker is anybody that is modding their game or their controller to be better at the game. That is a hacker. If you put a striker pack on your controller, you're a fucking hacker.
It's a striker pack.
It's like a fucking striker pack of Zim. Well, it's a thing. There's things that you can put. It's like a thing
reduce
that plugs
recoil,
into your USB that fucking eliminates your recoil.
Eliminates your recoil.
They sell controllers that are like this.
Yeah, they do.
They don't.
They do. They sell modded controllers like that. Yeah, no, it's legal to sell. It doesn't mean it's legal to use. You can buy hacks legally.
Yeah. PS4. There's a PS4 one that people used to use a lot. It gives you extra buttons.
Are you talking about this? Are you talking about this?
No. He's talking about a SCUF controller.
He's talking about one like this. Yeah, he's talking about this is exactly a SCUF controller, but the Xbox version.
You would say you're hacking?
My trigger doesn't go down any further. No, because it doesn't make me shoot faster. It doesn't make my focus do anything better.
It doesn't control his recoil.
So that striker pack reduces recoil and ups your fire rate.
There's one called like a Zim. No, it doesn't. I don't know about up and fire rate.
Yes, it does. It does.
I know there's one that you can get on your controller that's called a Zim, and what it does is it basically like eliminates all recoil from any gun that you have. It uses like macros. I'm not sure how they work or whatever, but they basically so like you shoot.
So you have to
and there's no recoil.
You have to connect it to a PC to download the program onto it, and then it does what it does. It's basically hacks on a controller. It's fucking hacks, no matter how you cut it.
It is. It is hacks.
Yeah.
So, but like I said, anyway, we were talking about Battlefield.
It's perfectly fine. We'll get back to it.
Anyways, so
I kind of want to
talk
about it.
I kind of want to get into Battlefield a little bit. I kind of want to get into Battlefield a little bit more, and kind of want to mention a couple of things too. I'm gonna be honest. The big thing that like what Brian's talking about is huge.
Before we move on to Battlefield, when I was
move back to it.
Yeah, whatever. When I was 11 years old and I stayed up all night on my Super Nintendo, and I discovered Donkey Kong 2. And then I discovered the little banana room and the whole room black. And then it was all golden from the golden banana secret that I found.
Yeah.
I was a gamer. I was a kid, but I was a fucking gamer.
You can't convince me otherwise, bro. You can't convince me that you were. And I know in your mind you thought you were. But so here's the reason why you were a gamer, and I'm going to explain this very simply. You were a gamer because here it is 20-something years later, and you're still playing gaming. Still gaming.
Got the bug.
Still gaming. If Donkey Kong were to release an updated version right now, your euphoric recall is going to force you to buy that game because you remember that fucking room.
It was dope.
I would tell you when I became a gamer. I became a gamer... Shit. I had a Sega Genesis or whatever, and I played on that, and then I played Nintendo 64. But I didn't become a gamer until I bought my own console at like 19. I bought the PS2.
Right.
I remember I went to the Palm Beach Gardens Mall.
And
I bought it from Sears from this black chick behind the counter. She flirted with me and gave me the employee discount because she thought it was cute.
Hell yeah.
I bought that, and then she gave me, and I got a Killzone. It's my first game ever. I got that game with her, from her or whatever. I got like all the shit at a discount. I'm thinking I paid like $120. Took that shit home, played Killzone. I don't know how long it took me, but it was the first game I legit ever by myself, just beat.
Yeah.
This was a little bit after like remember the Game Informer days where you had the little fucking
absolutely. Oh yeah.
So it was a bit after that. So I'm no Game Informer, no nothing. I played through that fucking game.
Yeah.
Beat that game, got the dopamine hit. Oh my god, dude. You get to the last level of Killzone 1, bro, is one of the I can't even. It's a thing of beauty, bro. Just mowing down enemies with big ass guns, dude. It was probably one of the greatest times I've ever had. That was when I became a gamer.
All right, so I became a gamer.
PS2.
So ever since I was a kid, because my dad had a regular Nintendo NES, home entertainment, right? Yeah.
That's what's up.
And I remember the gold Zelda, Link to the Past. I remember it just looked so fucking
that
cool.
game.
Yeah. Yeah. So I remember playing that as really young.
Did you
and
beat
then
it?
No, I never beat it.
Of course not.
So
not that
and
age.
then Sega Genesis came out and Mortal Kombat. AB, AC, ABB. I still remember the infinite blood fucking code, bro. And then dude, everything was just amazing from that point forward. And then Super Nintendo came out.
Yeah.
And then Mario Land. And Mario Land it just seemed like it never ended. And then the evolution happened. And then when Nintendo 64 came out with Mario 64, it was like nothing I had ever seen before. It was immersive.
Oh, yeah.
I felt like
I remember like in the mornings, because like I lived at home, my parents used to go to work. I'd go to my neighbor's house before the bus came, and I'd play Mario. Like I'd sit there or whatever, or I'd either sleep or whatever if I was tired, or I'd play Mario on their N64. I had the Sega Genesis at the house.
Yeah.
But this was later, so I had the N64. And I used to sit there, and I'd play that shit in the morning, bro. I'm talking about maybe over the course of a school year. You know what I mean? I beat Mario 64 at my friend's house. And I'll be honest, maybe at that point I was a gamer, but I mean, like I moved on, whatever, moved to Florida. I didn't really fuck with games and shit. Like I don't think I even had a console. I mean, we had the Sega Genesis, but we didn't really play it. I didn't have a console until I moved out of my parents' house, and then I got the PS2. And like I said, at that point, like I was, and I even remember. Here's the crazy shit. I remember playing Star Wars games. I remember playing Resident Evil 1 and 2.
Oh yeah, dude.
With my cousins in Michigan
on PlayStation.
On PlayStation, I remember that. And I remember my parents were not pleased because it was like a gory,
game.
monster game and shit. But I remember playing these games, as a kid. I remember I remember there was a Star Wars game for PlayStation. I remember what the fuck it was, but it was some shit, and it's like Return of the Jedi. I remember flying the Millennium Falcon like through the fucking Death Star and shit, and getting away and shooting people behind me or whatever. I remember how much fun I had, playing these games and stuff. Like when I went to my cousin's house, but like I don't know if like, it was really more of like my thing until I got older. Because I was in school, had a whole bunch of shit going on, whatever. But like I remember after that point, getting older, and then you come home from work, relax, fucking whatever, turn on the console, play the games.
So do you guys remember 3DO?
No, I don't know.
It rings a bell.
It was the very first CD-based gaming console. My neighbor had one. 3DO.
My dad's best friend when we were kids had the Sega Saturn. And I used to play Echo the Dolphin.
This came out, This came out way before then. Yeah. So Road Rash was first launched on that console.
Road Rash.
And there was also, Road Rash. You remember Road Rash?
Speaking of Road Rash, remember Twisted Metal on PlayStation?
Dude. Fuck yeah.
Was that the greatest game?
Yeah.
Why don't they bring that fucking game back?
And Axel, he was strapped to the fucking two wheels.
Oh,
yeah,
dude, bro.
So
that fucking game. The ice cream truck.
3DO was literally movie graphics that had game elements, and it was basically a 3D game that you would literally aim your fucking gun. Like, it had different attachments for each controller. Like, you would aim your gun at the screen. It was kind of like Duck Hunt, and when you would pull the trigger, something would happen on the screen.
They do that back in the day, bro, with no fucking little motion bar, bro.
I don't know.
How do they do that with Duck Hunt?
Sensors, bro.
But they didn't have sensors because they didn't put sensors in your TV. How did they know? Like, how did... that's my question, dude. How did the fucking console know where I'm pointing on my TV? Mr. Sensors over there. Tell me, Darth fucking Brian.
I don't fucking know, dude.
I remember researching it. It was something about like the light from the gun. When you clicked, it like shined a certain light in a certain spot, and the screen went like black, and wherever the light was is like where you shot. Remember, because when you shot Duck Hunt, the screen like did
Yeah,
something.
yeah. It
So
kind
there
of
was
Maybe,
a
I
light.
don't know,
yeah.
maybe.
There
I
was
do
a
remember
light,
that.
certain light, like an infrared
I
or
still don't
whatever
understand
from the
how
gun.
how like your CRT is picking up that light, like how it's because your
So
TV
there was a hack.
doesn't have input.
If you, I remember there was a hack. Someone was talking about it, and if you just shine like a fucking flashlight at the screen while playing Duck Hunt, and you just shoot the gun, you would get like every duck all the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but we were kids.
Huh.
Like that game was awesome, by the way.
I
But
never.
we were
that
kids.
game was
Remember
shit,
the
bro.
bazooka?
Little
Did
duck?
you guys have the
Oh,
bazooka?
absolutely.
Super
I
Nintendo?
did.
No, I
And
didn't.
the
I didn't
shotgun.
have one. No, I didn't
my,
have one.
my babysitter had it.
Oh, do you remember the Power Glove?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
Dude,
Did
the
you guys
Power
ever-
Glove was
Do you
clutch.
guys remember?
This was
do
a
you guys remember fucking-
Panasonic made machine, dude.
Do you guys remember fucking VR tennis?
What, you
Like
talking about
Nintendo?
3DO?
Yeah, I'm looking at it
3DO,
right
bro.
now.
Yeah, dude, the thing was official as fuck,
Sounds like
bro.
a sign. Do you remember? Do you remember? Do you guys not remember fucking the? What was it Mario VR? Nintendo
Oh,
VR.
you're talking
was
about
just red
Virtual
lights?
Boy. Talking about Virtual
Virtual
Boy.
Boy with the red lights. You play
Yeah,
tennis
I
and
rented
shit?
one. I rented one from Blockbuster. I rented one from Blockbuster for the
Did you
weekend,
give
bro.
it back? I'm surprised. You
Oh
gave it
yeah,
back.
I mean I was a kid
you're
when that
young,
came
yeah.
out. Oh yeah.
Going for on eBay. Get out of here.
How
What are you
much?
talking about?
Get me out of here. This is
How
not
much?
planet Earth. $1,300.
Yeah,
For
dude.
what?
3DO was official as fuck, bro.
So you want to hear something even crazier than that? Like apparently,
Super
Coleco-
Street Fighters on this bit.
ColecoVision is coming out with a new console.
Are they?
That's dope.
Yeah, I heard
Coleco
something about
still-
it recently.
it's
They were
still in
making
the
fun
game.
of it. Yeah, bro. People were making fun of it. It's like garbage. But
Oh man, that's bad.
maybe it wasn't. No, I'm a liar. It's not Coleco. It's in television. I think it's in television.
In
In
television,
television.
never
I
even
don't know what
heard of
that is.
this.
Yeah,
you
I
remember
never
in
heard
television?
No.
Back to the drawing board, nut television.
So they had a game that was in television back in the day, bro. It was like this fucking. It was a whole console type shit, bro. Like
I don't remember it.
I remember this dude that I knew had that shit, bro. Yeah, it's like if you Google it, it's in television. They have like a whole website. They had a console back in the day. You can buy one right now, $150 used.
I see.
On and then the new one's supposed to be $300. It's this new. Apparently, it's out now. I didn't think it was even out.
I remember I remember the Intellivision. I remember it.
You remember it now?
I do. Yeah, I'm looking at
So if you
pictures
look-
of it. I
If
remember
you
it.
look now, yeah, the Amico. What does it say? U-Block has
You know, some
replaced-
people would say gaming is a waste of time, and your whole life will flash by your face.
I believe it.
Just
I'm
sitting
almost
in a fucking
36.
Like this shit
I'm
literally
almost
won't.
36.
Why is my Chrome not working?
But do you feel
Chrome
like you missed
extension?
out because you gamed?
No.
I don't either. I'm not that type of person.
No.
There is
No.
a balance, right? So like, if I sit on my ass all day and I'm playing games all day, that's
Who's
not
the
healthy,
Amico?
right?
Television Amico is the new one. Anyways,
needs
go
to
ahead.
be
What you
balanced.
saying?
I was just saying how gaming, there's perceived in general community that gaming is unhealthy, period, because you're just sitting around. You're not going to the
I don't
fucking
know.
Gym. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I think that
Those
10
balance.
years ago, 10, 15 years ago, that was the case. I think that nowadays there's still a stigma with gaming, but I mean, it's not like it used to be. It used to be back in the day. It was people who game are just little
World of Warcraft.
little
South
virgin
Park.
nerds
Watch
that.
your mouth.
poop in
Watch
a
your mouth,
bucket.
Brian. Don't talk about World of Warcraft.
But like nowadays, it's
Sorry.
like with the influx of the hot tub streamers on Twitch. Like I think that gaming is intergenderal. It's not a word, but you know what
It's
I
not
mean.
even gaming, but all right.
Even though, well, you have gaming industries, you have gaming teams like Envy and shit like that, Cloud9, striving and pushing really hard to get females on their gaming teams. Even though, for some reason, I don't know if it's a hand-eye
They're
coordination.
good.
thing
they
or
make
whatever,
the team.
girls
Some
are
of
good at
them-
gaming.
I've
Females
seen
are
Some of
good.
them
I've
are.
seen girls on
Yeah,
sports
Lulu
teams.
Lovely. Lulu Lovely is fucking
Listen,
amazing. She's on NRG.
listen. It's time for us to be real.
Oh
Okay.
no.
Tell the truth, okay?
There it is.
Girl-
Here we go.
Girl gamers, okay, in the gaming
Untrue.
industry, as far as their talent, and their ability in the gaming industry is like comparing NBA players to Muggsy Bogues.
No,
yeah,
untrue.
This nigga, hold
All right,
on,
what's
this-
what's
yeah,
your best
yeah,
game?
this
Completely
nigga,
untrue.
yeah,
What
this
is your
nigga was
best
5'6". Hold
What's
on,
your
hold
best
on,
game?
hold on, stop. Yeah, this nigga was 5'6" and he could ball. He was an anomaly.
Yeah,
Girls
but that's
aren't
not.
gamers.
They
What's
are
my best
though.
game? What's my best game? I don't
So
know.
you
Call
think
of
they're
Duty.
few and far between?
Hold on.
Noisy
What's my...
Butters would shit on you. Noisy
on.
Butters would shit on you.
Okay, hold on a second. Maybe now, but put us at,
Maybe now.
Hold on. Here's what I'm saying though. I'm also 35 years old, 36 years old.
She's she's like
Put me at
23.
listen. Put me at 19. Have me started playing Call of Duty from when I was 12. I'm shitting on her regardless. Here's a perfect example.
Shitting on her now?
Then, like, if comparatively,
She's 22 years old.
Okay, so
23
here's what I'm
maybe.
saying.
You're 10
Give
years
me-
older than her.
give me her career. Let's say me and her mirror our careers. I'm shitting on her now.
No, you
If
wouldn't.
we're no, what I'm saying is if our careers are mirrored, if I play as much as her, our careers are mirrored. I'm a better gamer than her. I am. Listen, maybe I'm not, but like, look at like maybe I'm not, and maybe you're right, but like that's not a good example because I'm not a professional gamer. But look at the Valorant scene. Hold on, look at the Valorant scene. Look at the war. Look at the Warzone scene.
Do you know why you're
Hold
not
on.
a professional gamer?
Because I never did it my whole life, and I didn't care
Because
that much.
no, and
and I
hate
didn't have
to
a
be the bearer.
PC.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news.
Lay it on me, Justin.
You're not
Tell
that
me-
good at video games.
Fuck.
Yeah,
So,
Yeah, because it wasn't my job from the time that I was 11 years old. If it was
It's
all I
okay.
did at 11 years old, I'd be balling.
Well,
No
yeah,
different than
because
you.
almost fucking everybody, almost everybody in the next 10 years, kids that are 7 years old are going to be 17. They're going to have a Twitch account. They're going to have all these things, and they're going to have a massive following. And if they're any good at a video game, they are going to become big streamers and maybe
Okay.
even sign to an organization.
You know what I'm saying? Just talk about things that they've done their entire lives that they're good at. You know, that's like
Right.
saying
Well, we didn't
that's
have
like
it
being
that.
mad at me for not being a professional, not
I
being as good as
guarantee
Mario
you-
Andretti at driving.
I guarantee
Makes no
you.
sense.
I guarantee you that
Pay
if
attention, Brian.
Xbox One X
Mirror.
or PlayStation 5 was around when we were 7 years old, we would have paid more attention to video games than we would have what we did with the whole portion of our life.
Of course, and that's what I'm saying. It's like what I'm saying is this, like, and this is one of the things. It's the unpopular opinion, but if you look at professional gaming
Yep.
as a whole,
Uh-huh.
look at the memes, look at the
Uh-huh.
streams, look at the people, the teams that are good, the teams that are always on top.
Uh-huh.
Perfect example: Call of Duty,
Uh-huh.
Call of Duty World League. How many female Call of Duty World League premier players are there?
Well, they don't have a team, do they?
What do you
I don't
mean?
know. I don't know. You watch it more than I do. I've never watched
No,
a
so-
World
so
Call of
there's-
Duty game, so,
So
I don't know.
there's league play.
Uh-huh.
You know, which is on the console. That's how you get into allegedly. That's how you get into the Challengers League,
Okay.
which is where you play with other people and you become good enough to be a pro challenger, and then you get in the pro scene,
Right?
right? Well, there are no females.
Because most females want to be princesses and mermaids when they're growing up and are too busy worrying about their fucking duck face selfies on Instagram that they won't even pick up a controller and try to even
Say no,
Be-
Duckface girl or whoever you're talking about, who's really good at the games. You literally just said her name, Amiko Duckface.
no,
Who's
her
it?
name Noisy Butters is
There you
Call
go.
of Duty and Lulu Lovely is Apex Legends.
All right,
But here's the thing.
so
Here's
what's
the
in
thing.
for them?
Girl gamers play World of Warcraft. They play MMOs.
Games that
play-
don't require aiming
they-
or skill
But
or hand-eye
But
coordination.
because they've gained the hand-eye coordination from learning how to use a controller and learning how to do mouse and keyboard, they could probably pick up Call of Duty, and over time,
I'm pretty sure there was a whole thing where they made a whole all-female squad in League of Legends.
yeah,
Why don't
and
you- why don't
they
you
were
Google
all
that?
they were all Asian. Yeah, I remember it. They were all Asian, and they
I'm
only
pretty
lasted
sure
one
The
season.
esports.
They
team?
literally had the
Yeah,
world
they-
record for the quickest
Yeah.
defeats.
Yeah,
Same thing with like
No.
they do this every couple
Yeah.
of years with,
Yeah.
with soccer where they have
Equality. Yeah,
where
they
they
wanna have
have
equality.
they do that a
Cloud
couple years-
nine.
you can Google this shit with soccer where they have a 15-year-old boys league play the fucking professional women's league and they get spanked. Cloud9 has a female team in Valorant and shit like
Valorant,
that.
yeah.
Are they playing men? Are they playing Tencent?
They have
Are
to.
are they
They
playing?
have to.
They're not playing in competitive, like competitive.
I mean, if Cloud9 has them on a team, they definitely are. Cloud9
Listen.
isn't going to sign somebody just to sit around
They
a
just
full
had.
female team. They're a female team for a reason.
They can
They're
afford it.
competing. Yeah, absolutely, they can
Are
afford
they?
it. I
Are
was
they?
about
Are
to
they?
say,
But are they
I was about to
competing
say something
though?
dumb.
Are they though? Are they really?
sure they are.
2019 study, Newzoo study, found that
Mm.
women make up 46% of the gaming industry.
Boom.
I don't believe
And
that.
Momentum
Ah.
Worldwide
Hold on.
reported
I
29%
might
of
believe that,
esports
but I
fans
don't
are
believe
women.
that women. Yeah, I don't believe that women make up that percentage of the esports of the gaming industry in players.
According to
Maybe in designers.
womeningames.org,
According to Women in
71%
Games. Yeah, that's
right
a
now,
great
and
source.
71% of respondents say women aren't represented enough in esports and gaming.
Yeah, makes sense. So, how would you feel, right, if you came home from work, Pat, and you were like, "Hey, Jordan, you know what I really want to do for date night? I want you to pick up this controller and play Call of Duty with me." And she did, and she fucking mopped
Alex
the
would be
floor
so
with
bored.
it. What?
He'd be pissed.
He would be so fucking mad, and then he would find a reason to blame his controller or his game on the reason why he got beat.
It's lagging.
It's lagging. It's fucking lag. You know.
I'm all for it, dude. I think there's a preconceived notion that women are just bad at video games, period.
Never
And
was before.
I just don't think that's true. I think
Danielle
don't
loves
bother to
Diablo
play.
3.
Yeah, there's
Danielle
just
loves Diablo 3.
It may be a different type of game. It may be that the FPS number of girls that
Shit, I
decide to
wasn't
play
muted.
FPS are a little bit less because it's a gore. You're shooting, but whatever. There's girl streamers that fucking kick ass. I've seen crazy PUBG streamers
Absolutely.
that are girls.
Listen, and this is a full disclosure, dude. I'm not saying that girls can't game because there's plenty of girls that can't game. There was a girl who used to play Call of Duty with what's her name?
You're saying
From-
a pro girl gamer is few and far between.
They are, and it's the same in a lot of competitive sports, racing. Auto racing, fucking
Danica, what was her
well,
name? Danica.
Danica
what?
Patrick,
Yeah,
Danica
yeah.
Krastrick.
Well,
She wasn't good.
I
She didn't win
mean,
shit. Patty Moise was a soccer driver. Didn't win
You
shit.
look at,
You know what I
like-
mean, they're just not good at these things. Because when it comes to like physical sports, and this is one of those cancel culture things, it's just not their thing. Just
you look
not
at the
their
history
thing.
though,
And that's
like, what-
fine. That shouldn't be a bad thing.
Okay, so but leading up until what, maybe the 90s when we start, and I say we, and I don't mean us three personally, but America and society in general started allowing females to do those things and not be judged as much.
Go back, say that again.
So it wasn't up until recent times when women had equality and they could start doing these things. People
The
weren't.
1960s? You mean like the 1960s when they got the right to vote?
Nah, bro.
What do you
But
mean?
right to vote and then being in the public eye and doing things.
Well, I mean that's
achieving-
the
have they
workforce
done?
and being able to
Yeah.
go work, and so,
So
like,
so here's a good question. Since we're on the subject, what have they done since they've gotten these rights? What have they built?
I don't
What have they
fucking know.
invented?
I don't, dude. I
Have
don't
they
know,
gone to
bro.
space?
You're being too critical, bro. You're
made some
literally being
rockets?
too.
yeah, there's
I
definitely
mean,
like,
that's
women in
good.
space.
yeah, I'm sure they have. Absolutely. I don't know the whole fucking employee list of NASA, but I'm sure there's quite a few females on it. I'm sure one of them or two of them have had their hand on building a rocket that's went up and did some serious shit up in space.
Yeah,
Tell you last time I went outside and saw a woman building anything. Just saying.
I mean, like on a construction crew.
Ever.
I don't know about that.
When's the last airplane invented by women?
I
The
don't know.
last
Can you tell me
airplane
the last
invented?
airplane invented? Period by
mean,
anybody.
I mean, yeah, once the Wright brothers created it, it was just
the F-
making
Well,
different
everybody
versions.
knows that.
I mean, the F-22s, and they weren't invented by
Um,
women.
I mean, I feel like you're being way too critical at it. I mean, I don't
They're
know.
Way too vaginal.
when did we start accepting women into the military to actually hold guns and not just be a nurse and not just be a nurse?
40s?
I have no clue. I don't know. It was a general question. I
40s?
don't know.
Well, I'm telling you, the 40s.
I don't know. I feel like you just grabbed that number out of the air.
I mean, we can Google it, but I'm pretty sure it's the 40s. 'cause
I'm all for
I didn't-
women gaming.
Most
I
of the
wish
time,
my
I
girlfriend
know
gamed.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Huh?
She hates
Danielle,
games with a
Danielle
passion.
loves to play Diablo 4 or Diablo 3, and then when Diablo 4 comes out, I'm gonna buy it for fucking
Hell
Xbox.
yeah.
I'm gonna buy 2 copies of it.
I have
so
a
she
problem with
can-
Diablo, with the
What?
new Diablos. They look too antiseptic. They don't look like you go in the dungeons and shit, and they're all clean, like they show the
Oh.
demos and stuff. I am not happy with that. How that looks.
Speaking of which, if we're talking about dungeon crawlers, give me 1 second. I gotta find my history. Give me 1 second, and then what would I do here? I would go here, and I gotta find my history. Hold on, 1 second. Time watched your channel. I'm
history?
sorry. Yeah, because I just watched the video of it last night. There's a new dungeon crawler coming out, and I wanted to tell Brian about it because I knew he would be hype. and he can go back and take a look at it. I just can't find how to get my search history. Well, continue on what we were talking about. I'm sorry. Time watched. No. Shit.
I think the dungeons that
Darkest
you've seen,
Dungeon?
Pat,
No. Hold
have
on,
been
I got it.
unpolished versions of.
I watched BlizzCon.
Yeah, those are like
So
it's like early access shit. It's like a game is
Yeah.
not. It's not even official alpha.
listen, I'm not shitting
Beta or
on
whatever.
Diablo. What I'm saying is
Shit
that
on
based
Blizzard.
on what
do
I
it.
I'm not shitting on either. What I'm saying is that based on what I've seen, I am not super impressed.
I
With
want to
Diablo
say.
I'm
four.
also
I want to
the-
say
the
Lost
other
Ark.
thing I'm not.
I want to say Lost Ark.
Let's take a look at it. The other thing I'm
Wait,
not
I don't
impressed
think it
out
is.
is the fact that Blizzard has started to gear all their releases to be what's the word I'm looking for? Mobile accessible.
Well,
So like
okay,
Diablo
okay,
4
here
looks
we
like
go.
something that could
Here
be
we
on
go.
mobile.
what
That
about
will be
mobile?
on mobile.
What about mobile game streamers? Are they gamers?
No. I'll say no to that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and agree and say no.
Yep, it's Lost Ark. It's called Lost Ark. Brian, you got to look into this. You're gonna fucking love it.
Calm down, buddy. Let's take a look at Lost Ark. Lost Ark.
It's just gonna be so fucking lit. I'm actually kind of excited for it.
Lost Ark.
Are you still
Lost Ark.
you still got that boner for fucking Bro, this is Amazon.
Amazon
gotta
making
stop.
another game.
Bring up these fucking Amazon games, bro.
Bro, you better respect Amazon and Jeff Bezos.
I will not put no respect on this nigga's name, bro. These are fucking cash grabs. Hold on, I'm watching it right now.
Watch it right now. This shit looks amazing.
It
It looks amazing. It's a 2-minute trailer if you're watching the same one I watched.
watching it, yeah.
Yeah.
2:14. You tell me your dick got hard off 2 minutes and 14 seconds?
Yep. Absolutely. I played the shit out of Diablo, and it's just like Diablo. It's a dungeon
is a
crawler hack and slash.
This is a Path of Exile
You
Diablo
You
clone.
can't say Path of Exile because Diablo was the first to do it. Path of Exile wish they could be as good as fucking Diablo.
It
Path
fucks
of
with
Exile,
bro.
it's a great game. I have it on PC. I played a lot of it. I have hours committed to it. When I first started streaming on Facebook, that was what I started streaming was Path of Exile.
This looks
Really?
very like
Yeah.
Diablo-ish.
This is Diablo Path of Exile fucking Warframe fucking clone.
I wouldn't say
Listen,
Warframe. I wouldn't say Warframe.
I saw some Warframe elements. Listen,
Whoa.
I'm not
Looks
I'm
dope,
not
right?
saying
This fall.
You excited, Brian, or what?
Watching the trailer, I got it up on the screen.
I'm watching it as well, and listen, while the trailer, of course, is designed to get you hyped, so I'm kind of liking it. At the same time, I refuse to allow myself
There's
to get
gameplay in
fucking-
there. There's
I
gameplay.
won't even get it. I refuse to allow myself to even get semi-erect or even a
Man.
chub over an Amazon game.
The
will
amount
not.
that games
Oh,
have
you're gonna
gone
see.
from is insane from when we were kids, dude.
Oh, absolutely, bro. That's what I was saying before. If we had a PlayStation 5,
what is that?
The shit
we
looks
had a-
crazy, dude, but that's at the end of
What
the day,
is
that's
that?
meaningless. That's
That's some
meaningless.
large scale battle that I just
You
seen,
saw that,
dude.
right? At
What
the end
was
where they show the
that?
large scale. Like, what is that?
Oh,
Like,
here we go.
like,
Here's gameplay.
gameplay is probably trash.
I mean, Amazon makes a pretty game. If this is
Definitely
Amazon,
does.
They got
It
the
is.
money too. But I can't expect
Hell
them
yeah.
hitting
This
the
game
mark
looks
here.
fun.
I just can't see them hitting the mark.
Well, I got about a month and a half until New World comes out fully, and then
You're still on that New World bullshit.
oh fuck yeah, dude. Well, it's because I pre-ordered the fucking thing about 2 years ago, bro.
Yeah.
probably play it.
What,
I
New
did,
World?
like
Yeah.
what you
Lost
told
Ark?
me,
Yeah.
dude. What you
I'll
told
probably play
me.
both.
What you told me about the class system, how there's no real class specificity. eh, That really turned me off to the game.
It's gonna be the same thing with Battlefield. Did you know that?
Yes and no, but Battlefield's Battlefield. Battlefield's not an RPG, Justin. So I mean, I don't know if you knew that or not, but they're
I
actually
didn't.
totally different type of games.
No, I had no clue. I
so
had
so
no clue.
Interesting backstory, Justin. So Battlefield, okay, is actually a first-person shooter. Okay. So
I know.
actually, what you're
Bad company.
doing is in Battlefield is you're actually working towards progression of better guns, maybe better weapons, better gadgets. Okay. So with New Worlds, it's actually an RPG.
I love how he's like, okay, like I didn't know.
So that's a role-playing game. So what that means is what you're working towards is just more class specificity.
But there are no classes in the
specificity.
new Battlefield.
So, well, what I'm trying to explain to you is that they're two totally different types of games. So, like, there may be some types of shooting in New World, but it's not going to be a first-person shooter, Justin. So, to compare the two, not the best.
I mean, technically, it is a first-person shooter because you are shooting in first person. That's literally the definition of first-person
Yeah, that's
shooter.
not how the world works, honey.
It is though.
Sorry.
Those are exactly the same things. No.
That's okay.
They're trying. I really appreciate it that Amazon is
Amazon?
putting forth effort.
Yeah.
I don't know if I
Eventually
do or
it
not
has-
because they're
Eventually
not
they'll
doing
have a
it.
hit.
They're not doing it for us. They're doing it for the money.
Of course. I
Well,
mean,
if it's good, then they're gonna get the money. Whatever. All I'm saying is that with the amount of money that they have, Amazon has behind it, I'm sure that they're siphoning off for Amazon games to potentially tap into a growing market. They see the potential of gaming.
so
and
here's why I
streaming,
respect
and I'm
the
sure there's
shit.
going to be Amazon, a streaming platform in the future as well. But
Here's
I'm
why
just
I
happy
We already
that they have
have
the
that.
capital.
the shit out of Amazon Gaming, right? So most big fucking AAA companies that produce massive games all the time, over and over again, they don't listen to the consumer because they've been doing it so long. In their eyes or in their mind, the consumer doesn't really know what's best. We have a vision of what we want to do, and we're going to push it forward, right?
example.
Amazon.
For example, before you go on there, because my rebuttal is EA with Battlefront 2, where they came out with the fucking loot boxes and they had to roll back that shit.
Right, but we're talking years ago. But anyways,
like 2 years
moving
ago.
forward, right? Amazon has been pushing this game back, New World, over and over and over again.
Because
they
they want it
keep
to
doing-
be good. I respect
They
that.
want it to be good. They've done the pre-alpha. They've done pre-alpha after
They've already made a
everybody
pre-order money.
Oh my
What does
God!
Jeff
Can I talk?
Bezos'
Can
cock
I
taste
talk?
like?
Can
I want to
finish?
know what Jeff Bezos' cock tastes like.
Well, then you need to call him and contact
Is
him.
this
Send him an
salty? You
email.
tell me.
So look,
Mm.
they did a pre-alpha launch. Everybody that played the pre-alpha launch was required to
Jeff
put
Bezos
in there.
have sweet pre-cum.
Oh my God, dude!
I'm sorry. Go ahead. All right,
The-
finish.
everybody that played the pre-alpha was required. You didn't have to, but they wanted
Sicky.
you to put in your input. Then they took all that input and then they implemented it into the alpha
Oh
launch.
yeah, they totally did that.
They did. And then they took everyone's feedback from the alpha launch and then they put it incorporated and changed up a bunch of things. That's why it kept getting pushed back. Because the fans didn't want to do this, that, and the third. They wanted A, B, and C. So they pushed it back because they implemented A, B, and C and removed X, Y, and Z. And they kept pushing it back because they wanted to make sure that the people that are paying for this game are going to enjoy it. They just did their beta launch, I don't know, a couple months ago. I didn't play it because I fucking skipped over the email with my beta code access. Whatever. So I just got to wait until August.
Is that tattoo on your penis? Is that Where's Waldo or is that Jeff Bezos in a hat?
Oh my God. All right, Patrick. New rule for podcast. You
I'm
can't
giving-
drink. You can't drink prior to doing podcast.
I can't. I will. I normally, if we had guests and shit, I wouldn't. To be honest, we talked about this. Like, actually, I had the whole conversation with Jordan. She
All
said,
right.
she said I'm gonna ruin the podcast if I'm drinking. But I'm like, no, I'm fine. It's all fine. Everything's fine.
I don't think you've ruined it. I think it's brought some entertainment to it. So let's get back to Battlefield and my point of view on Battlefield because I'm
Now
super
we're-
excited.
Hour and 8 minutes later. So, no, hold on. I'm gonna go. I have to. Let me go. Justin, I want to hear you talk about Battlefield. I want to hear your perspective.
Okay.
I'm coming from a point. Just to preface this, I'm coming from a point where I've watched a couple of Jack Frags videos. Who's one of my favorite YouTubes, you know.
Yep, I watched this last night.
He did another one today too with more info.
All
So
right,
he's
I'll
given
watch
a
it.
lot of interesting info that's kind of a really good rebuttal to pretty much everything that all the concerns that Brian has, except the hacker thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is obviously, to me, I'm gonna be honest. I think to be the hacker thing that Brian brought up for me is the biggest turnoff for me. But I mean, honestly, it's a turnoff for me normally with PC games in general. But when you talk about a game that has fucking 100 and some players per side,
Yeah. Oh, it's
couple
not
things.
per side. Oh, wait, yeah,
Well,
it is. Yeah, no, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
It
I'm
is,
sorry.
right? Is it
yeah,
not?
yeah.
Is it, how many people?
128 versus 128.
Yeah. So even if you're talking about 64 versus 64,
No, I don't think it's 128.
I think it's 64 versus 64.
Yeah, I think it's 64 on 60.
But either way, either way, 64 on 64, like
Still a lot.
Oh, yeah, because they're used to doing 32 on 32 with a
yeah,
max total
yeah,
of 64.
Yeah, so they're doubling their total here.
Yes. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
so
You're right.
64
Yeah, yeah.
So 64 on 64, the potential there for hackability is really,
doubles.
really, really disturbing.
It does. It does.
It's not even that it I don't even think you would like when you look at it scientifically, I don't think it doubles. I think it quadruples, possibly, like the exponentiality, the possible exponentiality with hackers with 128 people is huge because let's say I'm hacking, right?
Yep.
And I'm in the back of the map with an aimbot with a sniper.
Right.
Let's say I get 120 kills in that
Right.
game. There's a good chance that I hack and get all those kills, and that everybody, because I'm in the back of the map and they have different interactions with me, they may not even realize I'm hacking. You know?
Well, so
that's
here's
my biggest problem, is that there's a potential there for people to be coming into this game, hacking the game, and the large majority of the fan base, the large majority of the player base, don't even realize
even
they're
realize it.
hacking.
yeah.
So what that means is maybe you get one report every 3 or 4 games.
I mean, Brian
Versus
can tell you.
nowadays,
Brian can tell you
like,
he's watched me play a game of Battlefield 5 or 1, and I've
Yeah.
popped off and had 34, 35 kills in a game. Now, and that's only with 32 players that I'm fighting against. So I've
Wow.
killed at least everybody one time. If you double that number, people's kills are going to be doubled.
yeah, and that's the
person-
thing too. Like think about how it is now with Battlefield 5, where if you're in an airplane and nobody's really
Oh,
good
you're
at
getting over
at
100
AA,
kills.
yeah, you're 103, you're 102, you're
easily.
101. So add that element to, let's take us back to Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, where if you're in a jet and you're a good jet fighter, you're already getting 60, you're already going 64 and 1.
Yeah.
Right? So
You double that.
you double that. So you're 100, you're 128 and 1,
So
right? So then Jimmy on the team with the aimbot in the back with a sniper, it is 45 and 6. And nobody pays attention.
But so here's the thing. Did you watch the video Jack Frags did in giving you an example of the map sizes?
Yes.
It's literally the size of what's the PUBG map that's on ice?
Vikendi.
Vikendi. So that's
It's literally
no.
the
Pay
size of
attention.
that.
Hold on. That's the smallest map.
That's the smallest map, right?
So how the fuck are you gonna know who's hacking, who's not?
Exactly. But then again, the
'Cause
people
I
that
can
are in
spend
the
my- hold on.
helicopter,
I
how
can
are they going to
spend
be
my-
able to kill large groups of people? They're just not.
Yeah.
They're going to be so
You're
spread
gonna have
out.
50 people. They're gonna have 50 people with fucking small shooting at you, or whatever the
Yep.
equivalent of that is. So that's what I'm saying, is that, like, I understand that balance, but at the same time, like, if I'm in the back of the map and I'm just shooting into the air with my aimbot and getting headshots across the map, who are you to tell me that I'm not cheating? How can you prove that unless you're because if I get shot in the head, whatever, and I'm not really sure who killed me, you know, I'm not gonna report it, right?
Well, Battlefield always does. Once you get killed by somebody, it highlights them and shows you their movement and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's true. So
I don't
that'll
know
be a
what they're
thing,
gonna
but we'll
do for the
see.
new one.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Because they may not do
Right.
that. I'll be right back. I got to piss.
So yeah, I'm super excited. I'm going to be pre-ordering Battlefield on June 20th. I believe that's Father's Day, right?
I don't know. Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, because I know my mom asked me what I wanted for Father's Day, and I told her just get me a Steam gift card. So
I'm gonna
then
wait.
whatever she wait for
gonna-
what?
Yeah, how it comes out when it.
Yeah, you're a
Game it's
bandwagon
in,
boy. You're a bandwagon boy. You're a bandwagon
not a-
boy.
The game looks good and it plays
The
good.
game
and it's
looks
fun.
fucking amazing already, bro. Wait
You
until
haven't
Sunday.
even seen game.
I don't need to. It's Battlefield. It's 2021.
That's
Graphics
what
are
they're
going to be
banking on.
insane.
That's what they're banking on.
That is what they're banking on. It has to be good mainly because of the fact that they're not doing a battle royale.
I'm
They are
not the
not
biggest
doing-
Battlefield fan.
I know.
It's
I
cool. It's
force
okay.
you- I literally force you to buy all the Battlefields. I
Yeah.
think I bought
Yeah.
you one, didn't I?
Like,
I think I
yeah,
bought
yeah.
you one, didn't I?
It's
Yeah, I
cool.
bought you one of them.
It's
listen.
fun.
I agree. I'm not a huge Battlefield chill. I never have been.
I thought it was gonna be.
I had a lot of
way
fun
more epic
with
than
Battlefield
it was.
3. I think that the direction that they're going is innovative. I think that it could work. Will
I
it
think
work?
it's gonna be
I'm
amazing.
not excited. I'm excited to see it. I'm hopeful, but
Here,
skeptical.
All right, my
That's it.
turn to talk about Battlefield. All right, you guys ready?
Listen, I gotta go.
Go.
You gotta go.
I gotta smoke a cigarette. I'll be back in 5 minutes. Like I'm
Well,
gonna
this
tell
the
you.
stream's it's gonna be over in 5 minutes because I got to run the Vault of Glass. with
11
my clan.
o'clock.
I got to run the
11
Vault of Glass at 10:30 with my clan.
You never said any of that.
I mean, I didn't think we usually go for an hour and a half.
2 hours. 2 hour power stream. We normally do 2 hours.
No, we
All right,
don't.
whatever.
We've
That's
never
fine
done.
then. All right, well-
We've never done 2 hours, and also we didn't have a guest, and this wasn't like, you know what I mean. So, anyways, Battlefield, right? The reason why I'm really excited for it is because I've always played Battlefield. I always loved Battlefield over Call of Duty. This recent Call of
Okay.
Duty with zombies coming back out kind of got me back into Call of Duty more. But nonetheless, I prefer Battlefield over Call of Duty. 128 players, double the amount of enemies that I can shoot in the fucking face with a sniper rifle. Then the amount of levolution that's going to happen in this game, they said that it's going to compare to nothing that's ever been done before by Battlefield.
Cool.
Levolution is what people are expecting in any Battlefield game. If I shoot a rocket at a building, I want it to fucking decompose and I want it to break down and crumble in front of my eyes. The levolution that's been promised in this game is like nothing that Battlefield has ever done.
This is me
Wingsuit.
signing off, by the way. I'm still here, but I'm
Okay.
not gonna be talking anymore.
Wingsuits. Wingsuits are going to be huge, especially with tornadoes and sandstorms.
All about them fucking wingsuits, though.
Dude, I'm telling you, bro. The trick shot is cool or whatever. I feel like the only reason why they added to that is because everybody knows that Battlefield and Call of Duty have a war. You either have people that are dedicated to Call of Duty or you have people that are dedicated to fucking Battlefield. And in Call of Duty, we have groups like FaZe Clan that's what they're known for. They're known for trick shots. They make huge amounts of money because they do trick shots, 360 no scopes and wall bangs and all that good stuff, right? They're adding the opportunity for a trick shot because that's exactly what that trailer told me, is that there's an opportunity to do some pretty sick fucking trick shots. And they did it on a grand scale by having the guy jump out of the helicopter, fire a fucking bazooka, and get back in it. It lets me know that the possibility is there. People are going to be grinding to get the coolest fucking trick shot. TikTok and Instagram and all that stuff is going to be fucking flooded with people doing really cool shit in that game, right? The fact that they're not going to have class-specific weapons, or you're not going to be able to choose a specific class, you are going to be able to choose a specific operator, and with that operator, you have an ability. You'll have a certain weapon, or you'll have a certain thing, but you can have that in your as not your primary, but a specialization, and then you can have whatever loadout you want. So, Mr. Machine Gun, and my specialization is I pull out a machine gun and I shoot down a wall or whatever. I can have a sniper rifle as my main, and I can have an SMG as my secondary. I can have the spy person that sends up their drone. I can still use a sniper rifle, which is going to be really OP if I send up my drone and I set it in a place and it's always pinging me where the enemy is. With my sniper rifle, most people are going to be unstoppable at that rate, especially with a huge map. The fact that you can change your loadout on the go. I don't need to wait until I die to customize my loadout. I can quickly hit a button and go into my loadout and pull off my ACOG sight and put on a fucking 4x scope. It's going to be huge. It's going to be game changing, bro. I'm so excited for this new Battlefield, man. I cannot fucking wait for it. I'm literally going to call out a
Wonder
work
how-
stick the next
wonder how
day.
the,
the next day.
I wonder. Yeah, I know you're gonna. I wonder
Absolutely.
how the mechanics are gonna work with that. That seems a little OP, right?
What?
Running into I have a sniper rifle. It's like my main
Right.
or whatever, and I have like an SMG and like exactly what I want. If I could switch who I am right there, like on the battlefield, and then
no.
switch
You would
back.
have to. I'm assuming you would have to wait until you die to change your character. But you
Right,
can
so
change
what's
your
like the
loadout
customizable load? Like I could throw a 4x on my
onto
sniper
your.
rifle. I could
Yep.
throw an 8x. I could take it off.
Yep.
And...
Yep. You can
It's
add
pretty
a
cool.
muzzle attachments. You can add fucking stock
So
attachments. All that.
Right. I need a compensator.
Yep. And the only way to
A
get those
32x scope
attachments.
on it.
Yeah, and the only way to get those attachments is by leveling up your weapons by getting kills, which is basically with any fucking game.
I hope it's cool.
And then
I hope it's fun.
And then another thing is, you know how there's like bounties and things like that, your daily
Right.
bounties. I don't know if they're still going to implement that or not because I haven't read anywhere that they're not. But what they're adding are main quests to each game that you play, and they're supposed to be different each time. And depending on if you achieve that, you'll move forward because they're removing the campaign. So they're going to have missions that you do inside the multiplayer game, which is going to be hard to do if, say, you have to run up 5 flights of stairs to go turn on a computer in a building. You know, most people are going to be camping inside of a building. It's going to present a fucking element of challenge, dude. I'm really excited for it.
Yeah, I think the premise of it, when my brother explained it to me, Battlefield games, you know, the maps are huge. All the buildings explode, you know. And I was like, can you just sit in a building and just start sniping people? Was like, you can, but someone could literally fly a fucking plane into that building. And the idea of that was really, really cool. And I really respected that concept. But like I don't know, it just felt really flat and it felt very like team deathmatchy. That was it.
What team did you play team deathmatch on it?
Yeah, I mean, all the modes that we played, that was it. I don't know.
How did that feel like team deathmatch?
Because you're just dying and respawning and taking points.
Because the maps were so small, though.
I don't know.
So they
we played what we played.
So they are releasing Conquest, which is what we normally play, which you capture the flags and hold the points, right? But what they're doing is they're splitting the captures. They're making capture zones.
Yeah,
so in order to capture the zone, you have to capture point A and point B. It'll be like flag A1 and flag A2, and you have to capture both of them to capture actual A. So it's going to take twice as long for you to hold an objective long enough to be able to be the majority stakeholder.
Right.
It'll probably be on a ticket system as well, like they normally do, which most games do. The reason why I like it's the Levolution, bro.
Yeah.
Like I can literally blow up a fucking building and the whole thing will crumble to the ground.
Yeah.
At the end of the fucking match, at the end of a 20-minute match, there are no more buildings standing.
Right.
There's nowhere
cool.
for you to fucking hide.
It's a cool concept.
Yeah. What was another point I wanted to make? Oh yeah, so they're gonna have Conquest. They're gonna have most of the normal modes that most Battlefield players are used to, and there's a mode that's gonna be announced on Sunday that says that it is a love letter to the Battlefield fans.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that means. I don't know, but I can't wait for Sunday, dude. The moment it is launched, literally on what was it, Wednesday that they did the launch? Yeah, Wednesday was when they did the reveal. At 11 o'clock. Eastern Standard Time, I was in the bathroom at work, staring at my phone on YouTube. I had it on full fucking volume because I couldn't miss anything.
Yeah.
No one said anything, but yeah, dude. I'm
Right.
so excited for it, bro. I've been waiting for the reveal trailer. It came. I was not disappointed. And Sunday, I'm waiting now for the gameplay. And I'll be pre-ordering it on the 20th, man. So, Pat's not here, so we can't really talk about the DMT. So
yeah,
is what
I don't
it
know
is.
what we got planned. We have some future things. I was talking to that survival guy too. He might come on.
Okay.
Talk about some survival experience.
That'd be pretty dope.
There's just been more like alien abduction people like kind of reaching out to me, but everyone's kind of reach out, be real excited in the moment, and then kind of the follow through.
Yeah.
But anyway,
yeah.
to be excited and exciting in the future.
We're gonna try to buy Patrick DMT so he can try it. He can be our guinea pig.
Oh yeah, first on
And then
experience. As first
Yeah,
as
so
first on as me and you could get.
yeah, it's his first time you can get. So, and like once again, like it's one of those things where I'm kind of bummed that I'm a person in recovery because I know it's a drug, regardless of whether it's scheduled as a drug or not. I know that I can't do it because I'll end
Yeah.
up fucking shooting heroin eventually, you know.
Right.
But then it teeters on that line of like, is this like we were kind of talked about it, like people do drugs to escape reality. This is a drug that you take to find the answer to something. Like you always
Yeah.
have an awakening every time you take it. Like
Yeah. I saw this really cool
Um,
documentary. It was on Netflix. It was called the Spiritual Molecule, I think, a while ago.
oh yeah, I've heard a bunch of people talk about it. I never seen
Really,
it. Though.
really good. Yeah, I mean, I've heard like a lot. I don't know if you know the band Tool. Obviously, everybody fucking knows Tool. Like Alex
Yeah.
Gray,
Yep.
the album art. It's like
The
really
artist. Yep.
like DMT inspired drawings, I believe. And
Yep.
I've talked to people personally who told me they have done it, and just the things that they have said is was wild. Yeah.
It would be pretty crazy, dude. It would be.
Yeah, I imagine it's unlike any other hallucinogen that I've ever tried.
Yeah, and then you take it to the other. There's like a bunch of different forms of DMT, and then you take
Right.
it to the ayahuasca version of it, and it's like a 12-hour fucking
Right.
slow trip
Yeah.
with like So there's a bunch of different variations of it. We won't get too much into it this episode. We'll
So
probably pick it up.
hopefully we get Pat freaking out, and he comes back and he tells us that like pie life or something like weird that he has contacted and he's now a higher life form being.
So
all
one
is
of the
right with him.
one of the things that almost every person stated that I watched on the Joe Rogan podcast was they would see these entities and the entities could basically just stare at them or make some sort of movement, and in their mind they understood what they were saying to them and it was giving them an answer.
I've
So-
read that too, actually.
Yeah, I wonder what Pat's interpretation of his thing is going to be. He
Oh,
might come out a
interesting.
completely changed man.
Such an
So
interesting topic. I'm super scared. I hope it works and we get it and
my stream just disconnected.
science. In the name of science,
Yeah, in the name of science.
some stuff will happen for sure. But I guess that's it. It sounds like we're wrapping up.
Yeah, I just ended my stream. So
Cool.
all right,
Any
man.
last words, Justin, before I end?
Yeah, don't eat yellow snow.
Really, really good advice. Sound advice. Don't eat the
Yeah.
yellow snow. Of course, I'm gonna say my think for yourself question authority. Peace